Bricks and Minifigs is your one-stop shop for all things LEGO. Hit the link below to find a store near you.
So my name is Adam. Instagram would be @thebuilder, and I like to build Gundams and mecha like that. So like starting here, this was something that was inspired heavily by like Zaku, but then of course I had to bulk him up a little bit, and the eye can be posed and moved every which way you want to. This one was inspired a lot heavily by any of the Iron-Blooded Orphans kits, especially in the exposed core and the head with the dramatic V-fin. And this one is a mix of a couple different ones. Primarily Sazabi, Nightingale, and what was the last one? It's Neo Zeon. So Neo Zeon, like you can take the arms off, it has repulsors, so that you can attack from there just because he's such a heavy build. The eye is lit up and motorized on this one, which the head still maintains all the flexibility even with the function, which is sick. This one is one of the few that do have a pilot. And then the next one, this is my Robotech inspired build, the VF2 Archangel. I just upscaled it big time. It does transform into a jet. It just takes a long time and it's pretty heavy at 12 pounds for its size. But you have a detailed cockpit, a bunch of weaponry. It has all landing gear. Just a big, heavy jet mech.
I like the use of the space shuttle decorations on there.
Yeah, I just parted out the space shuttle recently, and I was like, you know what? NASA, these guys are supposed to be going into space fighting aliens in the show, so why not?
What are some of the different weapons on here?
So like this one is just like a massive beam rifle that kind of looks like a rocket. And then underneath it has like some grenade launchers underneath the arms. You have an automated cannon underneath the cockpit, a dual beam cannon, and then your missile launcher. So those are like kind of the armament. So you can take all of those off, including the extra thrusters on the sides. So like you can just keep it clean, but all of those can get taken off and replaced for other stuff if you wanted to.
Okay, we keep moving down.
So this one was a proof of concept build because I really wanted to emphasize flexibility. So this one has double jointed elbows with moving armor plates right there. And you actually have a hidden beam saber handle in there, which I think is pretty cool. The knees are also double jointed if I can do it, with moving armor plates so that knee will move, and then you have like hidden vents and stuff that'll move, and that's actually like a pullback motor that was clocked a few times just so it has enough friction to stay put.
I love the poseability on this one.
Thank you so much. That's what I usually try to emphasize on most of these is high poseability so that you can put it in sick poses like this, hence why it's on a stand. This one is the oldest out of all of these builds. It was inspired by stuff from Hathaway like the XI and Wing Gundam. It does have a light in the chest, which I find pretty cool at least. It has a scabbard that fits the katana. These angles were accomplished by using actually brick separators and some snot bricks, if you can tell. It's got fuel tanks, thrusters, giant, absolutely magnificent shoulder beam sniper. And of course that needs to stand too because it's just heavy and big. But every time I think about taking this one down for parts for another one, every show everyone loves it so much that I just can't.
Oh, it's impressive work. And we got a few left here.
One of the last ones, this one's, I call it Vice because it's inspired by Virtue. It's just chunky. It's got thrusters on the shoulders. I have yet to make accessories for it, but one of my favorite parts is like the double jointed neck right there so you can get all the poses you want. And these smaller builds, like these two, They have the neon parts in the eye so it can glow just like Gundams. But this
Very
guy's
cool.
He's just a thick boy. This one is Percival, one of my favorite builds. I literally just finished it like 3 weeks ago. It also has all of the lights for the eyes. It's one of the first Gundams that I accomplished getting the black background around the eyes, which is difficult to do at this scale. But this one's fully double jointed, highly posable, comes with 2 katanas, and it just looks good. And the last one, this was just a little Super Robot set upgrade. I loved the set so much, but I have a gripe with Lego and not making these in their mech suits, so I was like, let's do it. And that was the result.
These are full of fantastic parts usages and different cool techniques you've done here. One thing that I think is great, we talked about poseability, the hand specifically on a lot of these. What elements do you find work well for that, for kind of holding weapons and creating that posable hand?
So for weapons, I love to use the studs on Technic pieces like that, and I'll just take off a hand here. This is like one of my favorite hand designs I've been using. It has all of the fingers, but you just need the little, I forgot what this is called, the little nozzle piece with the regular bionicle fingers and stuff. And then, of course, you can also have that added posability for that one. But some of them have different hands. Like some have like fully articulated individual fingers like this one. This one has that so that you can just move that out of the way and attach the accessories in there. But again, you use the same piece right there, and then it's just the mixel ball joints and the click joints, so you can get the complete dynamic poses you want with your hands.
That is super cool technique, and again, the posability just really makes these pop. So do you have plans to add more to the lineup in the future?
Of course. Right now, I'm trying to work on a fully Sazabi styled build, and eventually one day, currently sourcing all the Mindstorms for it, but I want to build something like the Gundam in Japan that actually moves. Maybe one day, but who knows for now.
Fantastic work. Keep up the good work, and we'll see more of your work in the future. Thank you.
Sounds like a plan. I try my best.